Who said our Baltimore Ravens wasn't getting active in free agency? So now it all makes sense. This is why they restructured Marlon Humphrey's deal and moved that money. This is why Ronnie Stanley, Tylan Wallace, DeAndre Hopkins, all of them deals, they added void years on the back of them so they could really have super low cap hits this season. I get it now, Ravens. This is where y'all wanted to spend your money. Let's get it. I just messing with y'all, man. But anyway, the Baltimore Ravens, they upgraded the backup quarterback. They are signing Cooper, not Cooper Kupp, because a lot of Ravens fans thought we were going to sign Cooper Kupp, but they are signing Cooper Rush, former Dallas Cowboy. He got a starting record of 9-5. Now, he is the backup quarterback, so Lamar Jackson, that's our number one guy. So, Cooper, your services won't be needed as a starter, but it is nice to know that winning has been on your side when you've been called upon. Team, keep it clean. Let's get into it. Before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and leave a like on the video. Because the Ravens, they certainly made an investment with this move. Let's look at the details. It says the Baltimore Ravens agreement with Cooper Rush is a 2-year, $6.2 million deal. It has a maximum value of $12.2 million based on number of incentives, including playing time, starts, and wins. So the way that the Ravens constructed this deal, they were like, look, you can make up to $12.2 million if you start a certain amount of games, play a certain amount of games, and win a certain amount of games. No, now with those incentives, those are, what is it, NLTBE incentives. That's what they called. Not likely to be earned incentives. That's just the way that they construct the deal. So that's why it has a max value, but the guarantee is $4.2 million. In my opinion, I still think that's significant. Now, I know starting quarterbacks obviously are going for $50 million, $55 million, $60 million. They getting paid crazy money. But $4.2 million for a backup for the Baltimore Ravens, after their last couple of deals with Josh Johnson, how they had before with Tyler Huntley. This is significant for the Baltimore Ravens to be paying that kind of money to a backup quarterback. Now, one thing I am wondering, and it's the same way that I feel about how with them signing Ben Cleveland, it's the same kind of like hunch I had. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just my own thoughts. But I wonder if with Cooper Rush, if there might have been a little mini bidding war with the Baltimore Ravens and somebody else. And maybe they just really, really liked Cooper Rush a lot. And they were like, oh, no, we want you. But there was another team that was like, no, we either want to keep Cooper Rush, that being the Cowboys, or there was another team that was like, no, Cooper Rush, you come here. And the Ravens went back and forth with them, and Cooper Rush agent was like, oh, yeah, that price going up, baby. Because, again, $4.2 million guaranteed. Again, I know that overall when you think about quarterbacks, it doesn't sound like a lot. But when you think about the Baltimore Ravens, that number right there, that speaks volumes in my small opinion. But, hey, there we go. And you know what's funny? I remember last year we had so much talk about, hey, Ravens need to upgrade the backup quarterback position. They need to upgrade it. And I was somebody that felt like, hey, get this is a perfect situation because you just got Derrick Henry. Why not have your backup quarterback be Ryan Tannehill? Why not? Like, because just in case. We don't anticipate it, but just in case. He already got a connection with Derrick Henry. He done played in literally every single type of game there is to be played in except the Super Bowl. So So why not? But the Ravens stayed stuck with Josh Johnson, and it ended up fine because Lamar, he was just fine. Lamar's usually always just fine. So yeah, I am mad at this move, man. So Cooper Rush is officially a Baltimore Raven. Welcome to Ravens Block, baby. Feel like I just saw y'all like a couple of minutes ago in another video. Anyway, we back with my favorite part of these videos, which is hearing questions from you all. Let's get straight into it. First question came from my guy, Derek. He said, and appreciate you being a Team Keep It Clean patron. He said, Ingraven, what's the chances of us trading for Sauce Gardner? He's a defensive player for one, and can you see the Ravens doing that at all? No, I don't think they're going to trade for him. I don't think the Jets are going to let him go because I feel like they don't have any reason to. I know they got rid of C.J. Mosley and what, but Sauce, no, I don't think they're gonna let him go. I think we could certainly fix him. But I think him and Brandon Stevens, that's going to be the duo over there in New York. Next question came from my guy Steven. He said, "What's up, Ingraven? What's up, Steve?" He said, "Do you think Eric DeCosta may be the one holding us back and not so much Harbaugh?" I mean, I feel like DeCosta is always 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He's trying to win a Super Bowl, but at the same time, not trying to sabotage our future. One thing I've learned with Super Bowl winning teams is their GMs were not afraid to move money around to get the real difference makers. Just starting off with that part, I would say no, because I see what you're saying about sometimes Eric DeCosta not super aggressive like these other GMs, but at the same time, he has built some nice rosters, especially over the past 2 years, especially. And those rosters over the past 2 years have been good enough to win the Super Bowl. But let's get back to it. He said, I feel like I'm always thinking to myself, well, if we would have got that guy last year, it probably would have got us over the hump. And while I'm saying that, I'm watching our team lose players at other key positions. In my opinion, we still have a lot of holes to fill, like edge, cornerback, safety, linebacker, defensive tackle, guard. And unless we have some significant moves coming, I don't see how we can gather quality starters at every position through the draft. Well, you still got free agency too, because that's what Ravens do a lot of. They wait till all the big money deals get out the way, then they're like, all right, it's our time now. Anyway, he said, it just sucks seeing teams signing players like Mekhi Becton while we sign a Ben Cleveland. I want to trust the process, but I'm tired of being 1 or 2 moves away from getting to the bowl. What are your thoughts? See, now that part, I do like that part, and I agree with that part. I feel they 1 or 2 moves away, 1 or 2 significant moves away. Obviously, every single person that you sign to your team is not going to be and can't be a superstar. You can't sign at every single position. You can't have superstars everywhere. You got to have some guys that are not making as much money, some guys that don't have as much recognition. Obviously, you want superstar play out of everybody, but you're not going to get that. There's 53 players on the roster. You got 16 on the practice squad, so everybody ain't going to be a superstar, and that's okay. But like you said, 1 or 2 players away. That's what the Baltimore Ravens are, in my opinion, as well. Because their core guys is great. They're right there. They just need a little more push to get over the hump. He said, sorry for the long email and thank you for all of the content. Oh, Steven, you good, man. You ain't got to apologize for nothing. Next question came from my guy Greg from B-More. He said, hey, how are you? So I feel like I know how to get us to the Super Bowl. For one, I think we need to get that dog of a wide receiver, because I do feel like Zay is our dog of a wide receiver. But if you notice, the great offenses have more than one good wide receiver, like the Bengals and the Chiefs. And now the Steelers, they have all one thing in common. They got more than one good wide receiver to throw to. And I'm not talking about a normal one. I'm talking about that big name dog, throw your body. I wish you would type of wide receiver. Then, okay, so we got Zay, who's good. We got Bateman, who he was good last year. So hopefully that continues. And we got DeAndre Hopkins too. This is just me. I feel like we're good as far as the veterans at wide receiver, or the guys that we have, especially at the top 3. He also said we need to keep Mark Andrews or get rid of him, but trade him and get something for him. But if you get rid of him, I need to get someone. That is the guy, and I mean like a Von Miller. Well, I mean, they ain't really got nothing to do with each other. One's a tight end and one's a pass rusher, but we'll see what happens with Mark Andrews, like very, very extremely soon. As far as Von Miller, yeah, he could help be a pass rusher. How much does he have left in it? I don't know. He said, or someone that is crazy great. I think we need to beef up our offensive line a little more, because if you don't notice, that's one reason how the Eagles beat the Chiefs. Their offensive line was crazy good and their defensive line was crazy good. Yeah, Eagles, they went crazy with it, and that's a perfect way to describe it. He said, so we need to fix both of them things, because unfortunately Michael Pierce is gone, and I don't think Jones is good enough to be that wrecking ball that we need. Hey, Travis Jones made a big difference in a good way for the Baltimore Ravens. When he was out last year, Ravens defense suffered a lot. Their run defense suffered a lot. Their pass rush suffered a lot. But when he came back, he opened himself up for everybody. So Travis Jones is nice. He said, and going back to the offense, thanks. I think we need to keep our running back room the way it is, but I do think that we need to get a better second string quarterback. He sent this question literally at 11:41 a.m. this morning. You must have known something, because boom, you said we need to get a better backup quarterback. There you go. Got our boy Cooper. He said, like, I know this probably will never happen, but I think that we need to get Aaron Rodgers as our second string quarterback. Whoa. Now, when I would play Madden, I would try to do stuff like that. Like, it'd be a quarterback like toward the back end of their career. Like Madden, they'll only let you sign them to 1-year deals too, and they'll have a lot of money guaranteed. There'll be these big one-year deals for these older quarterbacks, but hey, it's a nice backup. He said, or someone like him, and I think we need to get a better pass rusher. We need to get a pass rusher that's like Terrell Suggs or Von Miller, someone that people know. They have to have double or triple teams to stop them. Then, if they get somebody like that, we wouldn't complain at all. but they will have to pay up some money. The Myles Garrett, he obviously got re-signed. TJ Watt definitely ain't going nowhere. Trey Hendrickson, he ain't coming to the Ravens. Wow, that's just in the AFC North alone. Max Crosby, he got his deal. So the nice pass rushers, they are getting paid and taken care of. Anyway, he said, then on the cornerback position, we need a Reed, Revis Island type of corner. I don't even think we need that. That'd be great. A lockdown corner is always great. I don't feel like we need that. We just need somebody they just got to be good. You ain't got to be great. You ain't got to be amazing. You ain't got to be, lockdown, shutdown, strap. That's great. But ain't even got to be like that. But they just got to be somebody that has good situational awareness. He said, and free safety wise, we need to get an Ed Reed type. Oh my God, you. I like how you think. I love what you want. I love that you want the best everywhere. I love that. We ain't getting all this, my friend. He said, because I love Hamilton, don't get me wrong, but he don't have them hands. He's more of a technical type of safety. But I feel like if you do these things, we will be unstoppable. Well, yeah, sir. If you got everything that you asking for, Ravens will go undefeated literally every single year. He said, think about it. Oh, yeah, I done thought about it. But he said, have a blessed day. Next question came from my guy Lamarian. He said, Ingraven, I'm just thinking about how free agency is going for us. Most of the moves the Ravens make are re-signs, except for the DeAndre Hopkins. But I know you are very happy with that. So am I. I appreciate you. Also, don't forget about Hummel, the special teams linebacker, and don't forget about now. And now he sent this at 11:10 a.m. this morning. So this is a fresh question. This was before we got Cooper Rush. Now this is an outside signing as well. Anyway, he said, but I imagine we had a Cooper Kupp or DK Metcalf or Deebo Samuel, but D-Hop works for me and a lot of fans. I think also defensive players and O-line is a better target for the Ravens, seeing what our receivers can already do and what they are capable of. I know I already sent an email, but I just had to say this. I hope you and the family are doing well, like whoever we play in the Super Bowl next year. I'm out. Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about the draft as far as defensive players and O-line targets. So I think that's what the Ravens are going to do. I think with both of those positions, they're going to attack them through the draft because now, I think they'll still sign a free agent pass rushers, free agent edge guy. Who? No clue. But as far as for the future, I think they'll definitely look to get somebody in the draft.